Well, we find ourselves in the midst of a very unique Lent. The world has slowed down in a way we never could have imagined. And we're invited to live this Lent in a new and a radical way. We're able to hear God speak to us now in a way we've never been able to before. On Ash Wednesday, we read from the Gospel of Matthew, where Jesus invited us into a deep and intimate and personal prayer. And we're going to go back to that today. So no matter what your Lent has been like up to this point, today is an invitation to begin again and to respond anew. On Ash Wednesday, we read what Jesus tells us he wants our prayer to be like. He says, when you pray, go to your inner room, close the door, and pray to your Father in secret. And your Father who sees you in secret will repay you. So Jesus knows how distracted we can get and how much we can be looking for external approval. So he tells us to go to our inner room. What is this inner room he's speaking of? It's the heart. It's the inner place where I dwell, this sacred sanctuary. It's this place of encounter, the place of love, the place where God dwells. I like to imagine myself going into this inner room like I'm walking down a spiral staircase into my own heart. And as I walk down and go deeper and deeper, I pass the distractions I face, the challenges I'm up against, my mistakes of the past. And then I enter into this room where God awaits me. And then in this inner sanctuary, God next tells me to close the door. This tells me that this place is a place where only he and I can dwell. It's a sacred place. Only I have the key. Only you have access to this inner place in your heart, and God is waiting for you there. He's waiting to be discovered and found by you. It's a place of intimacy and a place of encounter. And then, he says, then begin to pray to your Father in secret. Once you've entered into this sacred sanctuary, close the door, put out all the distractions, then speak to your Father. Here the Father waits for you. Oh, and he loves you. He loves to hear from you. He wants to hear what's on your heart. He wants to know what you're carrying. And God is particularly interested in your desires and in your fears. So speak to him about those things. St. Augustine, after his conversion, looked back on it and he described what his encounter with God was like. He spoke so beautifully and poetically. He said, "O beauty ever ancient, ever new, late have I loved you. You were within me, but I was outside. And it was there that I searched for you. You were with me, but I was not with you." I think St. Augustine touches on what we all experience. So often we're caught up in externals. But God waits for us within, in this sanctuary. Augustine continues, "You called, you shouted, you broke through my deafness." Now we're at a moment where God has silenced the world so much that he can speak to us and we can hear him in a more clear way. And Augustine continues, he says, "You breathed your fragrance on me. I drew in breath and now I pant for you. I have tasted you and now I hunger and thirst for more. You touched me and I burn for your peace." This is what God longs to give to us. Jesus awaits you in this inner room and in this inner sanctuary of your soul. And he wants to touch you with his love. He wants to heal you with his mercy. And he wants you to begin again in a more radical and a profound way. So go to your inner room, close the door, and pray to your Father in secret. God bless you. Good to be with you.